Hey, what's going on, guys? SEL0320 representing JVS. I got like a light literally on my back, so I'm trying to do my best to get it out of my face right now. Hold on tight. What's going on, guys? So I normally don't even have time to even do this. It's been a busy week. Like I've worked late and I've had a lot of stuff going on as far as with family and trying to prepare certain things coming up, not just for the channel, but literally for work, family, ministry stuff. And so I was like, I really need to have a conversation with you guys in terms of like some of the changes that are coming for the channel. First announcement, thank you guys for everybody that tuned into our reactions for Gotham. Gotham was lit. I actually had a really dope conversation with Bob Talks on Twitter in terms of some things that what is the man's name? John Stevens did in an interview with IGN. I really want to talk about that in depth, but long story short of it, I want you guys to still show as much support to Gotham as you can. There's still very much so a possibility of it being renewed. I know that, oh man, what is it? Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled. Lucifer got canceled. The Last Man on Earth got canceled, and some other show also got canceled. So it's really rough right now as far as Agents of Shield and Gotham as to what's going to happen in the long term with those. But I know for a fact that the fan base is there. We're more than willing to put up as much as we can. The thing is, in the interim, in the event that something does happen, my man Lucas did come up with an interesting proposal in terms of what could happen if they don't get renewed for Fox, because the litigation thing is going on, yes, but at the same exact time, opposite of the whole Disney stuff, there's still a situation where on Thursday nights, just in general, they don't even have anything going on with the general watches anymore because of football. So he had proposed that because of the DC Universe streaming services going on, it's a possibility that if it doesn't get picked up by Fox, it might get picked up by there, because with there, they're not going to be with those constraints that CW has as far as what they can and can't do, what kind of violence can and can't happen. So it might actually be a better look in the long term, but I'm praying that it does last for season on Fox, because I think that if it actually was on a different night, man, I think that it'd get some really good views, honestly. But we'll see. I know the gift that got renewed, so we'll see about that. But I'll have a discussion about what John Stevens said a little bit later on, because I think they kind of put a lot of detriment to those fans in perception of what they were doing with the Joker. A lot of that has to do with what rights they actually do have. And I apologize. I'm just kind of riffing with you guys just because it's so much already on my mind that I don't even have time to even talk about, honestly. I looked at my man Donald Glover on SNL. His SNL skit was hilarious, man. If you guys want me to do any kind of reviews or reaction for the SNL skits anytime, just make sure you give me a heads up and let me know, which is a good segue. One of the things I'm going to be trying to do is create a schedule for you guys, so you know, everybody that is subscribed to JVS, not just patrons, but just you guys that are subscribed, that you know when and what time to expect the reactions that we're going to be putting out, or even any kind of other content like reviews. So for instance, like last night, I saw Deadpool 2. A lot of you guys saw my reaction for it. It was crazy, it was funny, but it was actually a really dope time. Really good screening, and I had a lot of fun with it. I'm going to be seeing Solo. I was supposed to see it this Monday, but I think I'm going to be seeing it on the 21st. I'm going to be seeing that early. And I mean, things like that come up so much that I feel like it'd be better to try to create a cohesive schedule for you guys. So what I might have to do is each week come up with one video that kind of has like a telegraphed schedule for you, so that you know what content is coming, and that way you guys aren't kind of left in the dark, and that time I bust out in the long term of things moving forward with some of the changes that are going to be made with the channel in general. One of the biggest things that's going to happen when we reach 40,000 subscribers, I'm going to be actually doing a lot of exclusive things when it comes to our Patreon service. What I mean by that is I've already kind of started making headways with that, where if anybody that is a Patreon supporter, now they're starting to realize that we're putting full reactions permanently up there. So that means that if it's Westworld, if it's Gotham, if it's anything, like we're legit doing everything permanently as far as with doing full reactions. That means that if you wanted to see, like, for instance, like the last episode of Gotham, we're gonna be putting the full reaction for that up there. So what I'm trying to do is try to get feedback from you guys how to better utilize the Patreon service. I know I've talked to a couple of my other friends and notable YouTubers in terms of how they do it, because we do things so differently, Team VJVS. I have to make sure I consult with you guys to see what works best for you. For instance, I'll give you an example. One of the YouTubers I know for a fact, anybody that's a Patreon supporter, they get the instant reaction right there on the Patreon service. And then there's no wait time for it. So like if Gotham came on Thursday night, they get it up there on the Patreon service first Thursday night, and then the full reaction or whatever reaction they would do, it'd be like a whole different day, and they'd have that part of their schedule. So it's like maybe it'd be Saturday before it comes up on YouTube. But those people that are Patreon supporters, they get instantaneous access. The problem I have with that, all honesty, is that I feel like you start where you want to finish. So it's like, I think that if I had been doing that all along with you guys, then I wouldn't have as much a problem with kind of being like, okay, now you guys, instead of y'all being able to see it instantaneously here, you got to go here and like be a pledge of $1. I think the problem is I just don't like having people have to pay for content that, you know, I openly spread out. I think that's the artist in me. Like, the artist in me really just wants to provide content for you guys to be able to establish a community and a dynamic and have fun with it, and like it's so immersive. The problem with it is that I honestly do all this myself. Yes, my wife and Joe, they are part of the reactions. They motivate me, they help me, they bless me. Like, Joe's my brother, Alicia's my wife, and they help allow me to be able to keep moving forward with this channel. In all honesty, like, I couldn't do it without them, in all honesty. Even if they don't do anything as far as the editing or whatever, but as far as with the editing, it's the time and everything else with managing all the social media and the channels, like, it's just a lot. And the problem is that moving forward, like, that's just going to be a lot harder when, you know, there's a baby in the mix and there's like a little JVSer around, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to actually do a lot more with reaching out to you guys to see if you can legitimately help us out in terms of the Patreon service. And I don't really want to. I think that's the honesty coming out of me, is that I don't really want to push that. But at the same exact time, I want to be able to continue to push these things out for you guys. And I know a large part of that is going to have to be with the financial support side of things. So, but that's not coming until 40,000 subscribers. I'm kind of like making sure you guys know full well what the community as far as the Patreon service is and what it can actually do. I've told people that anybody that's a $5 supporter, they can get reactions to not anything. Like, they literally can get reactions to movies, TV shows, music videos, and they get to actually keep it themselves. They actually get to bring it home and keep it themselves. Are you guys having a baby? Yes, Rebel, we are. Stefan Lambert, thanks so much, man. Thanks, Stefan. We are having a baby. And I guess this is kind of like a Q&A. So I'm just kind of spilling stuff to you guys. But as far as, like I said, even with those people that are just $5 supporters, they get that. People that are $10 supporters, I'm going to be trying to do like monthly giveaways to them, like even if it's movie tickets or whatever. If they're continuing to do something, I want to give it back to them. And anybody that's a $1 supporter, that they are legitimately just pledging $1, they get 4 reactions, whatever TV shows we actually have accessible on Patreon. And moving forward, when we get to 40K, they'll be able to get it instantaneous. I think that's what I'm going to do with that model. But I want you guys to let me know. What do you want in terms of our Patreon page? Because I'm finding that I can't just manage this on my own. I have to kind of vibe with you guys to figure out what you think and how do you think we should actually go with this? What else? What else? What else? Is there anything else that I was supposed to be touching on? I feel like there's something else. I talked about the Patreon page. I talked about 40K. Yeah, I did talk about Gotham. Never mind. So that's pretty much it. That's really all I really wanted to talk to you guys about. I actually got to go, and I got a grocery list. The vlogs might be coming back. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to kind of do them nowadays. I'm about to go and legit go to Harris Teeter and get some groceries so I can cook for wifey and future baby tonight. I am gonna be. Ooh, I do have some announcements. I can't say though. All I can say is Luke Cage. More live Q&A. Yeah. I mean, I honestly would take y'all in there with me to see Harris Teeter, but I don't live in California, and that would be very weird in the DC area. So I can't do that. That's why I'm in the car right now. But please, you guys, let me know if any of you guys are already supporters on our Patreon page. I thank God for you. I appreciate it because every penny you do push into it, like it really does help in the long term for everything that we're trying to do, whether it be equipment, whether it be setting up for Comic-Con events, whether it be setting up for press events. JVS as a page, as a brand now is actually permanent part-time press. So we get invited to actually go to these certain events, and we've been contacted by Netflix, we've been contacted by 20th Century Fox, we've been contacted by Disney, contacted by Marvel. So all of it is in a very good space. It's just how do we outsource it? How do we grow not just as a family, but really be able to maintain it? Because as I said, like me editing everything, doing the community events, doing all the social media stuff, and wanting to immerse in all of it, but at the same time have fun. But I have a full-time job, you know what I'm saying? Like some people out there, they are full-time YouTubers, or some people live with parents or live whatever. Like I legit have to make sure I support my family in addition to trying to keep the channel afloat. If any of you guys are interested in doing like internships, like if you guys are interested in being editors or want to help out with the interview process of anything or reactors, please let me know. The other side of this is Stardust. So Stardust did choose to bring us on as far as with kind of like a sponsorship, partnership kind of thing. And so any of you guys that do interact with me up there, it's actually been really fun. I've actually really enjoyed it. Doing like 30-second reactions, and actually helps out in the long term, like catching up with stuff. Because certain things I just don't watch because I'm not able to react to it. And it just gets a little hard. It gets a little hard. So this ended with kind of being like a vlog. I apologize. I really wish I could. I would love to intern. Rebel, I appreciate you. Rebel, aren't you one of our Patreon supporters? I think you are. But yeah, I mean, anything you can do, Rebel, like legit, just even if you can go on social media and kind of help out with social media stuff, like when we do like a video, if you can go and share it back on Twitter or share it on Facebook or something like that. You don't have to do editing. You don't have to do anything you can do to be able to help. Let me know. Like I'm all for it at this point because I can't do it by myself. Live on us. Yeah, no. Like every anything that you could do, just let me know. As far as with the editing stuff, actually you don't even have to be here to do that. A lot of that stuff can be actually filtered over with like the Google Drive, and you can do everything can be done digitally. You don't have to actually physically be here at this point. But yeah, somebody's parking right next to me, and they looking at me like I'm crazy. I gotta go. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Hopefully this gave you a little bit more input about what Team JVS has got in store for you guys. Steven Universe supporters, I got something special for you guys. You guys are amazing. Like to have a video go close to 180,000 times, I gotta do something special. I have been reacting to every single episode moving forward, and it's actually been really dope. But I think I'm gonna try to do something also for you guys because I want to start doing some discussions on Steven Universe. And I wanted to do this with gaming too, but I don't have enough gamers that are willing to go and do open discussion about stuff anymore. But either way, hopefully y'all enjoy this. Please leave a like. Please share. Baby's coming. Peace, guys.